gotta do the thing, Chaos. Where's the thing? I don't like that one. Hello, Malcolm. How are you? I thought I'd get this done early in the day. That way everybody who does the normal things in the evening can do whatever it is they need to do. How are you? Trying to give myself some light. I think that's better, so I can be seen. Well, that's good to hear. Glad to hear it. Hopefully I'm not interrupting. Well, Wayne, I saw your message and I was right in the middle of typing this out to go live. So I'm going to look at it here on the computer. Hello, how are you? Jesse James, hello. Crime, Jeremiah, good to see you, good to see you. I figure, I was just telling Malcolm, I'm going to try to get this done earlier in the day. It's early for me. It's only about just a little after 4:30 here. So I thought if I get this done early, there's a video I've been working on, and man, let me tell you, editing software and making videos is not easy by any means. Hello, Destiny. I did not go to school for it. I am not a professional. And learning these editing and music programs and voiceovers and all of that just took out the trash. Yay. Oh, I went to work, both jobs, grocery shopping, and then I went to the bar to stock for tomorrow. And I came home and I was like, oh, I need to look at my phone. I left my phone. It's good that my daughter has my location because she could find it because I didn't know where it was. You're an absolute nobody. Thank you, soul. I appreciate you. Thank you for your kind words. If I'm a nobody, then you're also, you're a somebody. My name is Naked. Oh, JJ, I appreciate you. Awesome. Wayne, I saw your message there. So, oh, Miss Queen's like, and I'm at work, but I'm going to do my thing. Oh, you're not at work yet. That's right. So I just figured you're so sick. Oh, Destiny, I'm sorry to hear that. Why do you need that much LED? Because it's for the people. That's why. Why wouldn't I? Don't normal LED strips go around a room? We don't go to the garage without fools. We do go to the garage without fools. Are we going to the garage tonight? Jesse, I've stopped drinking as of 2025, and it's cold outside. I know, I'm sorry. We do go out in the garage, but it's just not the same. It is not the same anymore. And especially when you eliminate the drink, it's a little bit different. So, ma'am, are you going to be able to be quiet while I do this? You going to be able to be quiet? No, she said no. Fabian, hello. It's against the law to go to the garage without fools. That's not true. Well, I don't want to say most of the stuff. I mean, I do have a lot of crap in there, so. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I know you're upset. I'm sorry. You cannot have them right now. I'm going to do this live, and then we can do all the squeak toys we want. I promise. Where's your bone at? Where's your big bone that I got you? She's looking at me like, hello, what are you saying to me? You can't break the habit. Which habit? Destiny, the drinking habit? Wishing you a nice evening. Thank you, Shane. I appreciate you. You're modding on another life. That's fine, Fabian. I might have to take Chaos out anyhow. Ma'am, please do not jump on me. It is not okay. I know. Oh, yes, drinking. Yeah, Destiny, it's not easy. If you are a drinker and you drink often, it's never easy. Usually the first week is the hardest, But it all depends on how bad you want it and if it's a big deal in your life. And everyone goes through stages and phases, and you know, it's some for some people it's a big deal. For other people's, it's not. I will tell you, before I met Fools, I didn't drink very much at all. I would drink maybe once every 6 months and have enough that I would be good for that. Just the guy in Nevada, they say he's still alive. Oh my God. Give me 2 seconds. Come on, babies. Let's go. Come on. Come on, pretty girls. Okay. Sorry. I asked my son, I was like, can you just take a look at chaos for a moment? This is the new drink for now. We'll see. I'm not a big energy drinker unless I'm at work. But Ariel, is Ariel here? I did not see him. Hold on. No, please tell us. I need to use commas. What are we talking about? Jeremy. What happened? What did I miss? Hello, Phoenix. Queen is just at it. Hello, Jenny. Okay, well, we'll get this started. That way I can leave you all to do whatever your Friday night would like to do. Sober Sally's. Yes, and my Red Bull. It's really hard. I will tell you, the other day, I was looking and I was just like, man, I could ideally just have one drink. And then I thought, I know if I have one drink, no one else would know, but I would know. And because I'm an honest person, even to myself, I just went to bed early. That seemed to work better. Oh, Carolyn, how's it going for everyone else that's being a sober Sally? Yep, get one. Jesse James, do not be a bad influence. No, thank you. I appreciate you. Why are you not saying hi to me? I see you, Kenneth. I didn't see you before. I'm sorry. So, all the sober Sallys, how's it coming along? Is anyone struggling? Is anyone just, it's easy? It's not a big deal? I'm curious. I'm wondering. I don't like how this is turned. I'm trash, Rainy. I'm sorry. Ariel, I know. It's okay. Trust me, I'm a bartender. I know all the things, but it's okay. I still love you no matter what. And it's fine. Lots of health issues. Ouchie. Will you let Fools drink a beer when he comes home? Well, Destiny, my love, Fools is a grown adult, and I don't let that man do anything. In fact, that's just not the way things go ever. But Fools has decided, this was actually Fools' idea to not drink for 2025. So because we're a team, You have to relapse a few times to get sober. Jesse, I'm not going sober for the rest of my life. You got to be joking. I need to tone it down. That's what I'm doing. Anyhow, um, this was Fool's idea, and I figured I would partake as well because it's good to go a little bit without it. Staying in weed is chilled. You'll figure it out. Oh, country town, I got bullied all the time. I'm sorry to hear that, Kenneth. 15th. 15th like. Hey, Chester, how are you? All right, guys, I got to get this going. We're 10 minutes in and we're just looking at each other. So, since can't drink while he's in the mine, I can see why he wanted to quit. Well, and it's easy, right? Because there's no option. He doesn't have an option to drink there. You escaped the madness, although you were sober. Nice. All right. I don't know what you're saying, Armando, but whatever it is, keep your bottles to yourself. I don't know what bottles you want to see. You want to see my Red Bull? I'm assuming you're saying bottles. That's my guess. Well, hello. I'm going to call you Wolf. I'm definitely not calling anyone a master. That's for sure. At least not. There's only one person that has a certain name with the word master in it. Now I'll call him by his username, but I'm not doing that here. Okay. So if you're new here, welcome. We appreciate you. I appreciate you. Thank you all for being here, for taking a little time out of your day. What I am doing is we're talking current event crimes. So these are crimes that are going on in the US currently. These are articles that I do a cold read, and we are reading it for the first time. So I will find headlines that I think are interesting, and I will just pull up a bunch of tabs on the computer here, and we will go through them all at the first time, or for the first time. So if you have gone through things in your life and you have traumatic experiences, just know that we are talking about abuse. We are talking about grape. We are talking about unaliving. We are talking about things that a lot of people don't want to talk about, but it's what's happening in the world, unfortunately. Some of these do have to do with children, and I will warn you prior to that. So if you don't want to be here, I understand. But the first one I wanted to start with was, as I always talk about, I do a lot of my scrolling on TikTok. And I came across something that I thought, I never trust anything on TikTok unless I do my own research. And this one was surprising. So I don't know if anyone is familiar with the app Telegram. Anyone? Anyone? Not sure. Okay. I don't use Telegram. I'm honestly not even sure what it's like. I don't know if it's like Discord. Hi Martin, how are you? I am unaware. I do not know. But what has been uncovered is there are grape chat groups. Oh, Martin, don't tell anyone you use Telegram. There are grape chat groups with up to 70,000 members in which they are sharing experiences, they are trading pictures, they are asking each other for advice on how to go about sexually assaulting and the grape of others. So I'm going to read this article to you. Thousands of men are participating in chat groups in which they share suggestions on how to grape and sexually assault women. A German investigation has revealed. The groups on the instant messaging service Telegram have as many as 70,000 members who mostly communicate with one another in English and appear to come from a variety of countries. The groups, users claim to have assaulted women in their household, including wives, partners, sisters, and mothers, and also shared instructions with others on how to do the same. Some in the chat groups also shared pictures, while others posted live video of the assaults. In one instance, a German man said he would sedate his wife and offered her to other users. The allegations came as a court in France sentenced Dominique Pelcot to 20 years in prison for sedating his wife Giselle and offering her online to other men to grape and assault. He would also grape and assault her himself. The attacks took place over several years, with 50 other men in the case found guilty on Thursday. Uh, Mrs. Pelcott has been praised for insisting that the case took place in public in order to raise awareness about the issue. Telegram has been set up by a Russian tech billionaire in 2013, has long been the go-to messaging platform for criminals due to the firm. Martin, are you a criminal? Is this some swinger behavior? Jesse, you're really serious when we're talking about women being assaulted right now? Honestly. Has been the ongoing messaging platform for criminals due to the firm's refusal to share any data with government agencies. The investigation by German broadcaster investigative team also found group users had been swapping tips on how to sedate their partners. This included post links to shops where sexual abusers could buy sedatives disguised as hair products. Telegram insisted that it takes action against such groups. It said in a statement, Telegram has a zero tolerance policy towards misuse of its platform. All users caught doing so will be blocked immediately. During ARD's year-long investigation, some groups were deactivated, but users were often sent links to new ones. Investigators in Germany said they have had some success in recent years in convincing Telegram to share information connected to probes into terrorism and sex abuse content. Mr. Durov was arrested in France in August on charges of failing to address the distribution of illicit content. He has denied the allegations. Currently under house arrest in Paris, the tech entrepreneur later said his platform would do more to crack down on problematic content. The prevalence of child abuse content on apps such as Telegram has led to calls in Germany for the police to be given more powers to locate the IP addresses of people acting anonymously online. Okay, here's what I'm going to do because you're really bothering me and ticking me off, dude, with your shit. Okay, well, that's fine. Thank you. Thank you, Wayne. I'm like, you're ticking me off with your shit. Anyhow, so Telegram, which again, I'm not familiar with, is being used in not so great ways at times. I don't want to say that's for everyone. You know, it's just like bad seed, but that has been a breaking news thing in the last 2 weeks is over 70,000 people have can you imagine that? Can you imagine being with someone, your partner? It's always nice to see you again. Hope it was well. Sniper, good to see you. Yeah, disgusting. So Jesse, no, it's not a swinger thing. It's a sexual assault thing with children involved and their partners, which is pretty disgusting to me. That's terrible. Yeah, Jeremiah, I agree. Burn them all, cut them all where it counts. I knew these things existed, but I didn't look, Malcolm. I am just here delivering the news. I didn't know either. It's weird to me that there's this underground thing to this. Ooh, that boy's mad. He's mad. All right. So the next one I have is a 40-year-old man in Utah has been arrested for allegedly unaliving his girlfriend after authorities found her badly beaten in the back of his car in a 7-Eleven parking lot. Jacob Johnson was taken into custody on Tuesday and charged with one count of murder, court documents reviewed. According to a probable cause affidavit, officers with the Harriman Police Department at 12:10 a.m. on December 31st responded to an agency assist call from Saratoga Springs Police regarding a DUI investigation where a deceased female was located inside the vehicle. The vehicle in question was located in the parking lot of a 7-Eleven in the 15,000th block of South Redwood Road in Bluffdale, Utah, which is about 25 miles south of Salt Lake City. While contacting the driver, the female victim was observed in the rear of the vehicle. The driver was removed from the vehicle and detained. The victim had significant injuries and trauma that would be consistent with a homicide. Authorities quickly identified the driver as Johnson, who was placed in custody and transported to the Saratoga Springs Police Department for questioning. In a post Miranda interview, Johnson allegedly admitted to inflicting at least some of the injuries on the victim. Johnson stated his relationship with the victim as intimate partners living together in Harriman. Johnson stated he was in a previous argument with the victim, stating that it was over with their relationship. When asked by officers if the victim had any injuries, Johnson stated physical trauma, but did not elaborate any further. When asked how the victim got into the vehicle, Johnson said he put her into it. Johnson appeared before a judge on Thursday where the court found substantial evidence to support the murder charge against him, ultimately ordering him to be held without bond at the Salt Lake County Jail. Authorities sought a higher than normal amount for Johnson's bond, citing to his defiant attitude and criminal history. In addition to the latest arrest, Johnson has reportedly been convicted on charges of felony theft and burglary, aggravated robbery, and driving under the influence. So there is that. Good times. Not really. Yeah, that's sad. Sad days. Sad days. I'm trying to make sure I don't have this duplicated. Any questions? Probably not. You wouldn't have questions about this. That's silly. Really sad. I agree. All right, so here's not an unaliving story, but Medico, hello. People are so crazy. I know, Phoenix. It's insane. 5 college students from a private Catholic university in Massachusetts are facing charges after allegedly luring a man to campus, falsely accusing him of seeking sex with an underage girl, then chasing him down and beating him while recording, as the attack is part of a so-called "to catch a predator" trend on TikTok. Charges were filed against the students from the university on December 4th. The defendants, ages 18 and 19, face charges of kidnapping and conspiracy in the case that allegedly took place on campus in Worcester on October 1st. One also faces a witness intimidation charge, while another faces an additional charge of assault and battery with a dangerous weapon. Police say that the group used the dating app Tinder to lure the victim to campus, trying to simulate the TikTok fraud of luring a sexual predator to a location and subsequently physically assaulting him or calling the police. They lured the man to a lounge area in the college alumni hall, where alleged participants then emerged from secreted locations, grabbed the man, and accused him of being a predator. The victim told police the group came out of nowhere and started calling him a pedophile and saying that he liked having sex with 17-year-old girls. He managed to break free, but the group of 25 or more chased and attacked him. He got in his car, drove away, and called the police. A few minutes later, you see the group coming back in, laughing and high fiving with each other. Police said one of the female defendants reported that a creepy guy came to campus looking to meet an underage girl. Police said this allegation was bogus. Her victimization was fraudulently reported to mislead police, and believing a sexual predator was on campus to conceal that the subject was lured to campus to be caught as a sexual predator by a group of students lacking legal authority to do so. The Worcester Telegram and Gazelle reported that one of the defendants told cops it was like the Chris Hansen videos where you catch a predator and either call police or kick their ass. But this has got out of hand and it went bad. The Chris Hansen videos is a nod to the reality TV series featuring the show's host, Hansen, confronting men arriving at a house to have sex with a minor and getting arrested. The victim told cops he was in town for his grandmother's funeral and went on Tinder to be around people that were happy. One of the female defendants invited him to campus to try to hook up. A university spokesperson said in a statement to the Worcester Telegram and Gazelle that the allegations are ridiculous and unethical. Our public safety team, in concern with other university departments, commenced an immediate and thorough investigation with concern for the victim at the forefront. We strongly condemn all forms of violence and misconduct, and we are dedicated to fostering a community where all individuals feel safe and supported. After hearing these stories, I think I hate people, right, Bob? Yeah, it's have you guys ever seen that show? Hello, Sanal, how are you? Have you seen the show where they do the To Catch a Predator? I've watched it a few times, and some of them are insane. But the fact that they actually pretended like he was meeting just to, yeah, I like it. Miss Queen, did you see the one with the guy in the wheelchair who reminded me of Stephen Hawkins? Yeah, the Boondocks. Booty Warrior was the best. I'm not sure I know that one. The Stephen Hawkins one, where there's a guy in a wheelchair, like he's literally immobile. Like a Stephen Hawkins, it's Stephen Hawkins, right? He's the guy that was in the wheelchair? I think so. But yeah, that one was insane. He thought he was having some young boy to come to his house, and it was not a young boy. And then he's like, "Oh, I'm in a wheelchair. Who are they going to believe, me or you?" Oh, that was a lot. Yeah, pretty disgusting. So pretty disgusting. You'll have to look that one up. Okay, we're moving on. This one is not an unaliving, it's just people being weird. Jeremiah. A Florida woman's claim. Here we are in Florida, my Florida friends. Where's Fabian? Probably in Wyatt's chat. A Florida woman's claims of a mother's indifference didn't help her escape kidnapping charges. Hello. Police say that Pamela Monslave, 39, reached over a fence and grabbed a 3-year-old boy and started to walk away with him. As Law and Crime previously reported, Monslave was arrested on November 25th in Hannondale Beach, a seaside city located between Miami and Fort Lauderdale. Hopefully I didn't cover this one. Florida woman. She's currently at the Broward County Jail, charged with kidnapping, burglary, interference with custody, and child abuse. The mom didn't even look upset, Monslave is heard telling police on body cam video as they handcuffed her. He was outside, she said in the body cam footage. He was naked. He was like, this is me reading it word for word, with a shirt. Everything was naked. And I asked for the people around to call police, and nobody would call police. And I told the little boy, "Where's your mom?" And he said no. She described the area as a playground. Monslave admitted grabbing the child. I got the little boy, and everyone was like, "Don't get the little boy," she said. And I'm like, I gave it back to the mom. According to court documents, concerned neighbors spotted her taking the child from a fenced in backyard. The defendant began to walk away eastbound from the location while carrying the child. Two concerned neighbors observed her walking away with the child approximately 40 feet east of the fence, and because they didn't recognize her, they began questioning what she was doing. One of them told the mother about what was happening. At this point, the witness said that the defendant put the child down with him running back towards his mother, who was coming out of the home. The defendant continued walking east from the location while his mother contacted police. Police said they tracked down the suspect by using a picture that one of the witnesses took. The witnesses later identified her as the kidnapper. Are you just going to take some child from somebody's backyard? Very interesting. Very, very interesting. Very wild. What do we have going on here? Oh my. I don't know what's going on with the internet. People doing what I'm completely floored by what these people do. Just saying. Crazy to me. All right. It can happen so quickly. I'm never leaving my house again. I know, Bob. Don't talk to anyone and don't ever leave your house. Well, and the fact that the child was in their backyard is going to say, "I'm here listening." Oh, I appreciate you, Phoenix. No problem. No problem. I understand everyone has a life, so I appreciate you being here regardless of what it looks like. Okay. So this one, it looks like it does have to do with child abuse. Well, I'm too ugly to kidnap, so I'm safe. I have a big mouth, so if anyone wants to kidnap me, good luck. Have fun dealing with that. Just saying. So it looks like this one is going to have to do with child abuse, just as a heads up. A Texas woman is behind bars after the 16-year-old with disabilities she was caring for died, weighing just 78 pounds. Tracy Gonzalez, 48, is charged with injury to a disabled person with serious bodily injury. Houston police began investigating around 7:45. Did we already do this one? Maybe not. Is this an update? No, it's not. Okay. March 25th, after receiving a call about a deceased person in the 700th block of East 32nd Street on the city's north side. When they arrived, they found the girl, Nayel Perez, dead in her bedroom, suffering from unknown injuries. An autopsy determined her death was a homicide. Wayne, I don't know. I don't know either, Wayne. I've read so many. Over the ensuing months, investigators pieced together Nayel's traumatic demise. Gonzalez was granted custody over the girl at some point. Police and publicly available court documents didn't say when the defendant began receiving a disability check meant for Nyla's care, but Gonzalez allegedly failed to contact authorities about Nyla's declining health. Cops say Gonzalez was afraid of losing her own kids. She reportedly admitted to disciplining the victim with a belt. The defendant stated she would close her eyes and didn't know where she struck her. You and me, fried chicken tomorrow, 8 p.m. Nice. I love fried chicken. Love fried chicken. Gonzalez allegedly said she would hit Niley because of the victim's inability to use the bathroom and eat food. When cops found her unalived, she was only wearing a diaper as all her clothes were soiled. She also suffered stab wounds. Ooh, okay. Sorry, I can read ahead. I'm pretty good at reading for the most part. I know I might stumble over my words, but dang. She also, I can't read it. I cannot. Hello, Tori. I can't. I'm gonna have to skip over the stabbing part because that's too much for me to read. Malnutrition and dehydration, according to police. Gonzalez claimed she was gone all day and returned home to find the victim a little. Yeah. Yeah, that's. I don't think jail time suffices this woman. I think we should just burn her at the stake. That's what I think. If you can see what I can see as far as my reading, um, yeah. Police say the girl had the math and reading level of a first grader. Investigators said she weighed 78 pounds. Um, Citing documents reported Niley weighed some 40 pounds heavier in February of 2022, and also reported Gonzalez was her foster mother. Sorry, you have a stalker. Welcome to the club, Tori. Neighbor Franklin Rodriguez told the outlet the victim went to school with his daughter, but she stopped showing up about a year ago. Gonzalez and Rodriguez always gave excuses as to why Niley kept missing class. Prior to that, Rodriguez said nothing appeared to be amiss. She was just a normal girl. Gonzalez is at the Harris County Jail on a $200,000 bond. Her next court date is scheduled for January 7th. If any of you have family members who are going to be going to this jail by chance, why did you avoid Miss Rainey? Usually you don't. Martin, I know sometimes when I read these, it seems like it doesn't affect me. And a lot of times I can just read through it and it doesn't bother me. But when it comes to kids and a already disabled child who has a first grade reading level, right? Who already has disabilities. Um, oh no, Tori. And she's 16. So she's a 16-year-old girl with a first grade comprehension, right? And she is unable to use the restroom correctly, like we can, or like her age. What this woman did, because as I was reading, uh, where she stabbed her, I it's like animal abuse, right? You pick on something or someone um, that they cannot defend themselves, and that's beyond uh, unfathomable to me because you have a child who cannot fend for themselves, but yet you're going to beat the crap out of a child. Anyhow, so some of it was very graphic, not graphic in the term. It was a lot to read and to take in. I mean that one got me. But yes, Jeremiah. It was bad. Yeah, Tori, I had someone who listed a city and my maiden last name in a chat the other day, which was totally fine because if their hacking and their research was good, then they would know I don't live there. And that's also not my last name and haven't gone for that last name for a long time. But please do, Tori. Please do, because I'm curious, because whoever hacks me or whatever is blocks me. So, and that's fine. I like your North Face jacket. Oh, thanks. It's my vest. It's very cold in the mountains. Thank you, thank you. I was working the bar earlier. Yes. Okay. We're moving on. Let's move on. A Mississippi couple found dead in an apparent murder-suicide in their home a few days after Christmas were reportedly in the process of getting divorced. You know what I'm talking about. Oh, Tori, if he's still doing that, I'm coming after him myself. Jennifer Sheffield, 30, and Brian Sheffield, 40, were found on the morning of December 28th while Jennifer's family was conducting a welfare check. Once they were inside, Brandon, police officers said the family told them there were obvious signs of foul play. The case is now being investigated as a murder suicide. Brandon Police Chief Joseph French told local outlet Dark Horse Press. Ooh, Dark Horse Press, what a good name. Said that when officers responded to the scene at 7:19 a.m., the deceased bodies of a couple were found inside. French stated that it appeared that Brandon Sheffield shot his wife before turning the gun on himself. In a statement provided to the local CBS affiliate, French said the investigation was ongoing and included assistance from the Mississippi Bureau of Investigation, which helped process the scene with the crime scene unit. Faye Lott, who was friends with Jennifer, shared that the couple had recently separated and were beginning the process of getting a divorce. A reason for their separation was not provided, but she was shocked by Brandon's allegations. He's never been a violent person that I've been aware of. I was with her when they met, and I've always loved him for how he loved her. So it definitely is hard to understand something we will never be able to. And that's it. Murder suicide. Why is someone so fucking fat on these live streams? Well, welcome to America. I don't know what to tell you. You think I'm extra fat? Well, thanks. I appreciate it. Why is everyone so fat? You, Faye. Faye. Well, thank you. I'm going to take that as a compliment because I'm in the mountains and it gets kind of cold. So, fat. Yeah, Jeremiah, I'm fat. Do you see all this? Do you see all this? Let it go. We're talking from the same person who doesn't have a profile picture and probably no videos on their thing, so it's fine. It's all good. I've been called way worse, and fat is not one of them. You're not fat, you're beautiful. Tori, fat and beautiful are not even the same. But I appreciate you. Why are people so fucking fat? Oh my God, Xavier, you're out of control. Out of control. I'm curious what you look like, though. I like them with some trunk. I don't have an ass. I don't. I hate to break it to you. All right, moving on. We're gonna acknowledge the fat comment. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for observing what I have lived with my entire life. So thank you for that. You're a fucking genius. You're a genius for pointing out the obvious. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. A Wisconsin mother who starved her adult daughter with severe autism to plead guilty in court on Thursday afternoon. You know, Australians call Americans fat. I'm just like, we got so much food. Definitely not big bone. I'm like, I weigh like, it doesn't matter. It's not important. I'm not gonna feed it. I was like, it's all good. It's all good. In June 2023, Amy, 53, was charged with one count of recklessly subjecting to an individual at risk to abuse under circumstances causing death over the January 4th, 2023 malnourishment of Cora, who was 23, according to a criminal complaint. You just look fat. Well, thank you, Martin. Even better. I don't care. It's fine. You were skinnier and prettier than me. Oh, Tori, this is not a competition between anybody. Martin's like, you just look fat because you're wearing a jacket. Martin, I love you. Thank you for being an honest person, because that's what I appreciate here. Anyway. I'm gonna continue because I'm getting off topic here. The defendant previously said that the starvation regimen was enacted in part because she did not want to upset her since deceased daughter with traditionally sensitive issues regarding her weight, according to the county district's attorney's office. The elder was originally arrested and charged on June 21st, 2023. She quickly posted a $10,000 bond and was released until mid-August, when they found probable cause to sustain the charge and ordered her to remain detained in jail pending trial. She was later re-granted bail. Please be respectful. We've been called worse. On Thursday, before the county circuit court, the defendant pled guilty under the Alfred standard. An Alfred plea allows criminal defendants to maintain their innocence on the facts of an allegation while simultaneously accepting the state's evidence would likely convince a judge or jury of their guilt beyond a reasonable doubt. The defendant faces a maximum sentence of 40 years in state prison. During the plea hearing, the attorney for the state said the prosecution would push for 15 years behind bars. Bye, Phoenix. Have a good night. Amy made the 911 call herself on the morning she found her daughter dead in bed. The elder was the younger's legal guardian and full-time caregiver as of 2017 due to her daughter's severe autism. Deputies responded to the residence and found the young woman without a pulse, unable to breathe, and beyond medical help. Additional details showcased that her slow motion nature of the woman's death were recorded by the medical professional. The victim's hip and rib bones were visible through her skin. Her eyes were sunken in, and she had almost no fatty tissue on her body. The medical examiner also said the deceased woman's skin was in a state of turgor, a term referred to a state where human skin does not sufficiently recover after being pinched. Oh. The state also typically suggests extreme dehydration. Hello, Charlotte. Appreciate you. Cora's manner of death was found to likely be homicide, with the caregiver failing to provide adequate hydration and nutrition. The defendant will go on to tell law enforcement that her daughter had not left the residence since COVID-19 pandemic began and that she did not want to go to school, have visitors, or go anywhere. She told law enforcement that her daughter's last saw a doctor in person in 2019. I'm fixing to drop another like and subscribe. Please don't block me. Of course not. Investigators say the deceased woman saw her primary health physician in 2017. However, when she was 17 years old. At the time, during her last normal checkup, she weighed 135 pounds. Amy was allegedly said the entirety of her daughter's feeding and cleaning went through her. The defendant acknowledged that her daughter was very thin and maybe her decisions weren't right, but she can't acknowledge that, and that she probably should have taken her in, but she didn't want to upset her daughter more. That was always a goal of mine, to keep her calm. During the Thursday hearing, prosecutors asked for bail to be revoked, as she's now a flight risk, having been convicted. In the end, the court denied the request and allowed the defendant to remain free on bail pending sentencing. Sentencing in this case is slated for March 21st. It's me. Oh, thank you, Tori. I appreciate you. So, another shitty person doing shitty things. What's new? What is new? She's going for at least 20. Who is? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. She may or she may not. Who knows? All right, the next one. We're at 49 minutes, so I'll do this a little bit longer. A 27-year-old woman in Alabama was arrested on New Year's Day after she allegedly shot and killed her ex husband, then dropped his body off at a local hospital. Bacon is here. Genesis Tanksley was taken into custody on Wednesday and charged with one count of murder in the slaying of Lazarus Tanksley. Detectives with the Mobile Police Department's homicide unit at about 1 a.m. on January 1st responded to a hospital after being contacted regarding a deceased black male. Hospital personnel told the officers that the victim had been dropped off at the facility by a black woman driving her personal vehicle, a silver Lexus SUV. The woman, later identified by authorities as Genesis Tanksley, was described as having braided hair and red lips. After identifying the victim as Lazarus, officers responded to his home in the 700th block of St. Stephen's Road, which is about 240 miles southwest of Birmingham. Shortly afterward, the sheriff's office took control of the investigation. Investigators at the scene made contact with a male witness who was allegedly at the home at the time of the shooting. The witness allegedly told investigators that he had helped a woman load Lazarus's body into the silver Lexus. While the witness did not know the woman's name, he allegedly said she was the victim's ex and described her as being a black woman whose hair was braided and tipped with red. Hello, other Mike. Genesis. Yes, Genesis. That is her name, Genesis. Thank you, Tori. I appreciate you. A second witness at about 11 a.m. on Wednesday contacted the sheriff's major crimes unit regarding the shooting. The witness claimed to have been present at the time of the shooting. The witness stated that she traveled to the victim's residence with Genesis, the sheriff's office reported. She stated Genesis and the victim were arguing, and then she heard a gunshot. She fled the scene on foot and has not seen or spoken to Genesis since the shooting. Genesis was booked into the Mobile County Jail and is currently being held without bond. According to the report, when police responded to the St. Stephen's Road home regarding a domestic violence call, one of several such calls from the address. Due to a number of times officers had been to the home, officers decided to arrest both Genesis and Lazarus. However, Genesis reportedly fled the scene in a silver Lexus, leading police on a 30-minute chase before she was taken into custody. So it looks like that happened prior to her doing the thing. Hello, it's okay, Nacho. How are you? I know there's other people to go in live right now doing the thing, but some of the sober Sallys are sitting on this side of the world. So people are trying to entice me with money, and that doesn't work. So they can stick it. That's how I see it. Allie, how are you? So I'm good. I'm sober. Me too. And apparently, since you don't party, you're lame. And that's fine. I'm okay being a lame because I'd much rather be a lame than a shit show. Anyway, moving on to the next one. Thank you for the welcome, Wayne. Hi. I'm lame too. I know, Allie. We're all lame. It's fine. I'm always the lame one. Well, I had someone in here trying to entice me with money, and it's just not who I am. I'm not going to drink for dollars. That's fine. You can go on to the next one. Not the one. Thank you. Okay. Oh, by the way, Nacho, you missed it. Did you hear about the big 70,000 people on Telegram who've been busted for sex crimes? Show me your bottles. You missed that one. There's a big Telegram bust. Telegram being the app. Just saying. I did not. Yeah, it's they're uncovering all these people that. Thank you, Wayne. I appreciate you. They're uncovering all these people that were sharing sexual abuse stories via Telegram in different chats. and they were trading pictures and telling each other how to seduce others or sedate, excuse me, and how to SA the women in their life or random women. So you don't need to drink to have a good time. I am drinking my Red Bull, which means I won't sleep at a decent time tonight, and that's going to be a good time. All right, so this one is an unfortunate thing, and this is one of the reasons why drinking is bad. So, a 31-year-old father in Florida has been arrested after he was allegedly driving drunk when he crashed his vehicle, killing his 5-year-old daughter and severely injuring his 3-year-old son. Is that a Red Bull? It is. Cody Wills was taken into custody on Tuesday and charged with 1 count each of DUI manslaughter and DUI causing serious bodily injury, as well as 2 counts of neglect, child abuse. According to a press release from the Polk County Sheriff's Office, a toxicology test showed that after the accident, Will's blood alcohol content was 0.25, which is more than 3 times the legal limit to operate a motor vehicle in the state. Smoking is bad. Okay. Oh my God, bro. I am definitely not a bro. The average gamer. You know what that is. A whole ass child. Authorities said at about 6:26 p.m. on Thursday, November 7th, Wills was driving on Broadway Street near Lake Parker Drive when he ran a stop sign and crossed the roadway, striking a tree. As a result of the crash, the vehicle caught on fire, and Cody Joe Wills, his 5-year-old daughter, passed away. Additionally, his 3-year-old son received serious bodily injuries in the form of burns to his face. An investigation revealed that there was no obvious evidence of pre-impact braking before Will struck the tree. When a deputy at about 8:30 p.m. on that evening went to Lakeland Regional Medical Health Center to speak with Wills about the crash, he noted that Wills showed many signs of being intoxicated, writing that he could smell the odor of what he commonly associates with an alcoholic beverage coming from Will's breath, and noting his eyes appeared watery. Dill Dog, I appreciate you. A recording. Oh, nice lights, bruh. Recording room. Oh, well, thank you, Dill Dog. Mr. Red got me the lights, and we thought we would do the red and blue, whatever you call them. What is it called? I want to call it dingleberries, but that's not the right word. Appreciate you, Dill Dog. You know where that's going. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Good to have you for a moment, even if it is for a moment. Lights are a nice touch. Yes, Red got them. He was like, I got you a gift. Here, put them up. Okay. All right. Eyes appeared watery. Post Miranda, Wills admitted he was driving his vehicle at the time of the crash and that the only passengers in the vehicle were his juvenile children, which he had just picked up from their grandfather's residence. Wills stated he was driving home at the time of the crash and missed a turn. Wills stated after the crash he got out of his vehicle and attempted to get his son out, but he fell to the ground. A stranger then came and helped. When asked about the odor of alcohol, Wills admitted he had 1 shot of Maker's Mark alcohol earlier in the afternoon at approximately 1. A search warrant was obtained for a legal blood draw, which resulted in the test showing Wills was actually more than 3 times over the legal limit. Alcohol intoxication was also included as part of his medical condition at the time he was admitted to the hospital with a broken ankle, broken hip, and fractured ribs. Doctors also told authorities that the burns suffered by Wills's young son will leave permanent scarring. Dingleberries. I don't know. What is it called? The blueberries and cherries? What do they call them? What do they call them on the cop cars? Why am I missing it? Problem solved. Exactly. I agree with you. Call an Uber. You have your children with you. You could be an anchor woman. Gourds, I don't know about that. Nothing will bring this beautiful child back to her family, nor heal the injuries to her brother or the emotional devastation that Cody Wills has caused to so many people. We know that it has been a horrific 7 weeks for this family while our detectives made sure to cross every T and dot every I through every step of this investigation. Wills is currently being held in the Polk County Jail and is scheduled to make his first appearance in court January 1st, which I don't have an update to it. So, sad days. Alcohol is not the way to go when you're driving, that's for sure. Please don't do that. If you're going to do it to yourself. I wouldn't recommend doing it at all, obviously, but like, why'd you involve your kids? All right, we'll do this one, and this one will be my last one for the evening since I just hit the hour. A Michigan woman faces charges in the death of a woman whose charred remains were found in a padlocked and burned storage unit. Morgan, 32, faces charges of involuntary manslaughter and unlawful imprisonment of the death of Corinne, 33. In the events leading to the grim discovery, allegedly began at 12:26 p.m. on November 7th at Broadmoor Self-Storage in Kentwood. That evening, a fire was reported when smoke was seen in several units. Firefighters had to cut a lock on Unit 454 and discovered a body inside after the fire was put out. Somebody found inside a storage unit, that's not a normal circumstance. Kentwood Police Department is trying to rule out whether it was foul play or something that we've seen in the past where people have lived in storage units in the area. The woman had been trapped inside with no phone for 10 hours before the fire was reported. Authorities quickly tracked down the defendant who allegedly rented the storage unit. The defendant's mother reportedly said that her daughter and her friend had a previous relationship. She said her daughter had allowed her friend, who was homeless, to stay in the unit. I'm playing casino right now. The defendant was found the following day at a hotel. She allegedly told police she planned to return to the storage unit sooner than she had intended to unlock it, but things she was doing took longer than she expected. I'm sorry, what? She allegedly said she locked the unit because she did not want to reveal that her friend lived inside. Good Lord. The victim was remembered as loving and selfless. The suspect is being held in the Kent County Jail with bond set at $50,000. Online booking records show she is set to appear in court on Thursday. Court records show she was found guilty of methamphetamine use in 2023. So, that, my lovelies, is what you're getting from me for crime today. So, that is that. Demented. Well, if you have someone living in a storage unit and you know they're living in a storage unit, why are you locking them in? That is the question. That's the real question. I'm just curious, but it is what it is. Anyhow, how often do you do the crime lives? Allie, I'm really working on trying to get somewhat of a schedule. I'm thinking for the crime lives, I want to do those like twice a week. We have friends that go and do podcasts like Wednesdays and Saturdays, so I'm trying to work around that. I like to do it after the weekend, so Mondays is definitely Mondays or Tuesdays for sure. But at the same time, I do work 2 jobs, so I want to commit, but at the same time, with life happening, I want to be sure I'm able to follow through, if that makes sense. So I'm going to say Tuesdays and Fridays, ideally. I know Fridays is kind of weird because most people most people party on a Friday, which is why I tried to do it earlier in the day. Absolutely, Tori. Absolutely. So yeah, if I can do it earlier in the day, I think it helps so that way other people can do whatever it is they do. And I really try to be mindful of other people going live and not taking that. But I'm beginning to see that um, just because I think that way, not everyone thinks that way. And I should probably not start thinking that way, but I am a different breed. So, tentative schedule. Really sad how sick people are, though. I agree. I agree, Jeremiah. This world is full of, drugs, alcohol, um, jealousy, envy. It's crazy to see, the root of most of these things. Ooh, have a good night. Have a good night, Malcolm. I appreciate you being here. Very, very much. I appreciate all of you being here. So thank you for your likes and your patronage. Anyway, I appreciate you being here. So I'm gonna go eat some dinner. I have not eaten for the day yet. It'll be my one meal of the day, and I'm sure I will catch you somewhere else in someone else's live. So I hope you all have a good evening, and I hope you all stay safe. And sober Sallies unite. Woo! And if you're not a sober Sally, you can hang out too. That's fine. Thank you, everyone. Ooh, my UPS guy is here. Woo! Okay, guys, I love you. Have a good night. Thank you. Bye.